Hello students, I am Smutara from GK Jain School. Today we are going to continue the 6th chapter of 11th standard, that is wages. As we have told you that in distribution of analysis, we see that various parts of factors of production, whether it's a land or a labor or a capital or an organization, how we are utilizing these factors of production in various ways, and that the income we are generating from this. From the land we are getting rent. From the from the labor we are getting wages. From the capital we are getting interest. And from the organization we are getting profit. How all these sources of income, how all the factors of production income is being distributed. That is what we call distribution analysis. In our last session we have seen about the rent. The first factor, from the land we are receiving rent, and what are the various aspects with regards to rent. What is rent? Let's recollect. Rent means if you are using any kind of property, whether it is house or apartment or any agricultural land, for usage of that land, when you are paying the money, that is what we call rent. In the same way, the second factor of production is what? Wage. It's a labor. And a labor receives the income. That is what we call wages. Let's understand the introduction of wages. Wages are a payment for all the services of labor. What is labor? What is wages? It's a payment of all the services. For example, I am the labor. Whatever work I have done, the hard work what I have put for manufacturing any product or services, for that when I am receiving a part of money, that is what we call wages. Wages may be paid daily. And when these wages can be paid, it can be paid daily, it can be paid monthly, it can be paid half yearly, it can be paid weekly, and even the early. So the wages can be paid on the basis of various parts. Daily, on daily basis, 300 rupees daily, it can be paid. Weekly, they will fix 2000 rupees weekly. Monthly, 30,000, 20,000 monthly, or a half yearly based or a contract based. So all these are the various part of the wages. What is wages? Wages are a payment for the services of labor. Whatever payment is done for the services rendered by the laborer, it can be paid daily, it can be paid weekly, monthly, half yearly, or even early. It can be paid in a various form. Let's understand the meaning. What is the meaning of the wages? Wages is the price paid to the laborers for their rendered services. Wages is the price, a money, an output, a result, a gift to the laborers for the work they have done, rendered services, for the hard work they have done for the organization. What is wages? A price paid. A price will be given to the people who has worked, who has done his potential has been given to the organization for the various services, manufacturing, distributing, advertising, all the aspect in a company. When the price is being given, there is a people, for example, I am having a company, and when I give my worker a lot of work, and when they do the work, for that when I give the money, that money is a labor. We have different kinds of wages. Let's see. First one, money or nominal wages. Money and nominal wages are those wages which is most important, or you can say the very famous wages system, the oldest wages system. Why? Because in the money or nominal wages system, what happened? The process of praising the labor, or the process of giving the salary, or the process of satisfying the laborers is done through giving the money. For example, I am a labor, I have done any kind of work or any service as I gave. For that, when I receive a salary or when I receive a payment in form of money, in form of currency, that is what we call money or nominal. Simple. When a labor receives a money, receives a wages, receives a salary, or receives any gift, that is in form of money, a currency. That is what we call money or nominal wages. Okay, in the form of money, which means currency will be there. Currency given. Here, the currency is being given. When the currency is given for the services rendered by the labor, that is what we call money or nominal wages. Next one we have real wages. This real wages is also plays a vital role, and it is also one of the oldest, where here, whatever the real services and has been done. For example, I have done services in a motorcycle industry. For the services I have done, I am not going to receive any kind of money, but instead I will receive any car or any motorcycle or any kind of gift. So here, when the labor is paid, in form of another goods, is not paid in a money, but he will paid in a, for example, I have done a work, for that I am getting fruits or a vegetable or a rice or a wheat. So they will be paid on the basis of other goods, not the money, but when other goods are being paid or given, that is what we call real basis. Next one we have piece wages. Pieces wages are those wages. Here what happened, the worker will do a work on the basis of piece. For example, I am having a mobile phone company. I have a lot of worker who is manufacturing the mobile phone. So how many mobile phone in a day they are constructing, how many mobiles in a day they are making, on basis of that only what I will give the money. For example, there is a 3 worker I have, A, B, C. One has made 10 mobile phone, B has made 7, and C has made 15. And the rate for each mobile I will have. For example, I have fixed the rate of 10 rupees. Okay, for 10 rupees. So 10 into 10, it will be 100. For it will be 70. For it will have a 150. So based on this, here price will remain fixed. In the piece wages system, price will be constant and it depends upon the labor. How much they work, that much they will get the money. This is what we call piece rate. What will that mean? Piece rate system you will have heard. Piece rate system, how many piece you are making ready. The product, how many you are making ready, that much you can earn. For example, I am having a bag company. For one labor is having 200 bags. For 200 bags, I will give money. Another labor has 300 bags. For 300, I will give the money. So, based on the number of quantity the person has created or has manufactured, based on the price is given. That is what piece price. Time wages. Here, all the wages is being given on the quantum basis. How much the quality has been and quantity has been produced. Time basis. For example, it also can be said as complementary items. This can always said as complementary item, which means the 1 week time has been given. In this 1 week time, this much of product has to be created. If this product has been created, then the amount will be given. That the time wages. So a specific time limit is given. On this specific time limit, the wages will be provided. If the worker is done this work, the wages can be given. So these are the various aspects: money, real, piece, and time wages with regards to wages policy system. Next, see the theories of wages. Next one is, let's see some of the theories of wages system. What are the various theories? See, first one, subsistence theory. Subsistence theory of wages. What does it mean? It is one of the oldest wages system started by the group of French economists. It is one of the oldest system of providing the wages, and it is done by the group of French economists. There was a very group of French economists. They sat together and started this subsistence theory of wages, developed by the Ricardo. But it was not so much famous. But there is economics called Ricardo. When the Ricardo came, he has started and he has done the extraordinary work in the field of this subsistence theories of wages. What he has done means wages is equal to subsistence. According to him, wages is equal to subsistence. What does subsistence means? Subsistence means the available sources to satisfy your needs. For example, if you have 10,000 rupees as your income, whether this 10,000 rupees of income is okay to have the proper standard of living, the needs can be satisfied. What are the needs? We need a food, we need a shelter, we need a cloth. So, when the income of an individual is okay or is enough to have the satisfaction of a proper standard of living, that is what we call subsistence. Which means you have the income, with this income, the need has to be fulfilled. When the needs of an individual can be fulfilled by the respective amount of income, that is what we call subsistence. So he said that wages is equal to subsistence. Wages should be equal to subsistence. What the theory most important aspect is, when the wages increases, population increases. How means? For example, I having 10,000 rupees of income. What will happen? My expenses will be reduced to 10,000 rupees. I am not going to have extra expenses. In the same way, when there is 2 people in the family, the expenses will be less. So they will not have the extra people in the family. But when the wages increase, when I am earning 20,000 rupees, okay, I can have another child. And this what happened, the population increases. So when a people does not have a high salary, they will not want to have a child or a baby, because they will not be able to feed them. They will not be able to provide the proper education. They will not be able to have the proper utilization of resources, because their income is less. So when the income is being increased, when the wages is being increased, what happened? Population increase, because the planning gets extra advance and they want extra child in the family. In the same way, this policy, this principle says that when wages decreases, population decreases. So when the when the wages is being reduced, they will stop. They will not think of extra family member. They will not think of extra expenses. Population does not mean just a population. Even the extra expenses can be reduced. So this substitution theory means how much money you have, what is the income, based on income, whether you are able to satisfy the needs and wants. The needs, the shelter, the clothes and the food can be done. That is what we call substitution. Wages should be equal to substitution, which means how much your wages is, that much your needs should be. The need should not go up or the wages should not go up. If the wages is going, need can go. If the wages is coming down, need should come down. This is what the substitution theory is there. Next one we have wages fund theory of wages. Next we have wage fund theory of wages. What is wage theory? It was introduced by Adam Smith, later developed by the James Mills. It was introduced by Adam Smith, a father of economics, and later developed by the J.S. Smith. What this theory tells that every employer will keep a given amount of capital for payment to the worker. For example, I am the person who is. For example, I am the person who is manufacturing a company, having a manufacturing company where I am going to have the lots of labor I have. For the lots of labor, when I am having my capital, I should keep my capital as a payment factor. What? This factor says that, for example, I am the person who is the employer, who wants to employ the people. Okay? The employ the people means, for example, I am the employer. I am the one who is the owner of a company. I have the lot of people. So I should keep my portion of capital. The portion of capital I should keep for the purpose of giving wages to the laborers. That is what we call wage fund theory. So as a owner of a company, as an employer, which means I am giving the work to the employees, I should have my capital so that when there is a need, I can give the payment. The wages can be done based on my capital. That is what we call wage fund theory. Average wages per worker is equal to total wages fund divided by number of X. So here how the money can be utilized with the help of formula total wages fund. For example, there is a 50,000 rupees in my capital and how many workers? I have 3 workers. So based on that, the total worker. That is the average amount I have to satisfy the needs and wants of my employees. What is this? It is means as an employer, I am the owner, I will keep my capital. Separately, I will keep my capital. That capital will be utilized for giving the wages to my employer, for the payment to the workers, for whatever payment the workers. This is what the wages theory or the wages principle is all about. In our next classes, we'll see about the capital and the profit. Dear subscriber, dear viewers, please subscribe our official channels GK Jain Schools and press the bell icon for the nearest and good videos in the various subjects. Thank you all.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.